Alright, good morning. Alright, the TED Talk that God presented before me today includes the topic of, like, my favorite subject being math and why. And just, like, I don't know, it was so deep. So, first of all, my favorite subject is math. And he was telling me, like, just conversing with God, the Holy Spirit within your mind, right? And it was okay, he'll enlighten you on things, and he imparted on me, like, it's the pattern. Like, I'm able to recognize a pattern. And then when I was like, when I be doing math, it feel like I'm riding a bike or something, like, because once you get that pattern, like, okay, I do this, then I do this, then I gotta do this. It end up being like a little routine. So, like, when you ride a bike, you know you gotta pedal. But, like, when you ride on the course, for example, when I be riding on this sidewalk, locally and stuff, it's little cracks and unevenness. Like, it don't be level. The sidewalk don't be level. So, like, God had me, like, like swerving, going different in different ways to avoid any, like, interruptions in the ride. You feel me? Like, kind of like dodging potholes, but on a bike, basically. Right? But that's how it is. Like that. You got it down pat. You know what to do, but you still engaged. That's how it is with, like, math equations to me. Like, because he blessed me with the ability to see and recognize patterns. And, that's why I like it. Like, that's what energizes me. Like, how they say you get, like, a sense of dopamine when you go on social media. It's like, I don't know, it's like a sense of, like, okay, I got this when I'm doing math. But with history, it's so hard for me, like, to understand it, kind of, compared to, like, the other subjects, because I love science as well. I'm interested in, like, I really want to study biochemistry. I want to know how, okay, what is the nature of one ingredient or product, and then when you mix it or when it gets into this condition, how does it change, and how you can basically create several different products from the same ingredients using different techniques, right? And then so imagine the endless possibilities with all these ingredients out here, you know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, I'm trying to do it the natural way. So I think I should study biochemistry. But that interests me bad, like, on the deep. Like, I wonder what this do this. And my ability to, well, the curiosity that God blessed me with. Like, okay, well, where this go? And where this go? You still have to have discernment. Because I feel like science is just us trying or attempting to catch up, like, understand, basically. Understand, too, because lean out on your own understanding. But it's the attempt the attempt to understand God's creation. You know what I mean? So it's fun when you do it with God, because he's like, this mean this. And he'll give you little signs. Like on Brave, them blue things that she was following, he just gave me that. But I don't know, like, you'll find your path, you feel me? And then there's so many different paths. God invented the rainbow. That's his promise. You might get to experience, you know what I'm saying? Red, blue, yellow, purple. It's colors that we don't even know that we can't even see, that God can, you feel me? That we gonna experience. So God let it out. But anyway, you see how I engaged? And then writing. Like, I think I should pursue writing. Because writing is, like, that's a gift. Because it be God for real. Like, and when I read it back, I'm like, dang, like, this is God. That's God for real. But I like it. It's like, I feel like I gotta practice the most on that. You feel me? Like, it's something that it comes, I wouldn't say easy. It comes with the work that I put in. But at the same time, it's still a gift, because I put in, I don't want to say it's like I put in and then the outcome is so much greater. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's God. Like, I feel like that's the gift. So the only thing for real is history. And it's like, why? Like, I think I'm an empathetic person, so I can't, why is it not easy for me to put myself in that timeline? But it's because I think it's like, I like to think about close, like, zoomed in vision and then a zoomed out perspective. Widespread, is that what it's called? Like, think about something zoomed all the way in, then something, like, you feel me? Like, so if I'm a type to, like, I feel like I'm zoomed in, like, I can see this, I can see that, and it's hidden. So, like, that's kind of like a zoomed in perspective. And when you used to, like, collecting all that information, when you look at stuff from a zoomed out perspective, you be lost, because it's like, well, at first, I feel like it's still a blessing, because when it's the time that God appointed me to pursue that, you know what I mean? Like, social studies for real. And really, you always in social studies is life. You know what I'm saying? It just never was presented like that in the classroom. It was only one teacher who she was like a substitute teacher. She was like, but she thought she was gonna be there longer than she was. But she was like, yeah, we're gonna talk about, like, LGBT. And this was when I was in 6th grade. That was like 2014. So she was just saying that because it's social studies. Like, she wasn't promoting or nothing. She was just saying, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about God. We're gonna talk about religion, politics. And people be telling you not to talk about it. I don't know if you wasn't supposed to talk about it back then, but I still appreciated that, because that's what it is, social studies. And then you'll see patterns in people. But, like, you have to have an armor of protection to do that, I feel like, because you get hurt doing anything. But, like, the other subjects, it feel like me just in my own zone with God. We perfecting my skills. I'm getting closer to Him. You know what I mean? I'm getting stronger. And then social studies feel like you out there. You know, like, but I said all this say, like, I think that some subjects come easier to different people, because just like my favorite color blue, your favorite color might be orange. Favorite color might be peach, yellow, you feel me, purple, green, orange, pink. Honey, I'm laughing because I know I said orange already, but I felt like I had said it again. But just like you got a different favorite color, I don't know, like, we just different people. Like, we all got superpowers. We all special. We all are the Lord's children. You know what I'm saying? So, like, somebody else, they might be good at social studies. You know what I'm trying to say? And, like, they just, I don't know, like, they just, you know what I'm saying? But you could tell, not just the subject, but just overall in the person, if you're looking at it that way. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's just like, really the point was our minds work in different ways. And I think God is so placed, just like how we all got different fingerprints. I think that's how complex our minds are, for real. Even though we have similarities. Like, everybody's skin made out of flesh. You know what I mean? Skin is everybody's largest live organ. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's made out the same thing. So we have similarities, but I feel like the way that God speaks to us and the way, like, how we supposed to present ourselves in the world and stuff and share our understandings, I think it's just as unique as our fingerprints, for real. And just like how, you know what I'm saying, I said I'm blessed to identify patterns in like in systems. You know what I'm trying to say? And whenever I work somewhere, I can identify like, okay, this is an issue I want, like, not in a bad way, but like this can be improved, like I'm having trouble with this, why? When, you know what I'm saying, like, and somebody else might just identify like easier, because I have issues, just say like socially, like making the right friends, and some people, they might not have that issue. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's real vague, but like just using it as an example. I was looking at that lizard. You see it? That little baby lizard. But I don't know. Like, I'm saying this say, cause it's a point I keep trying to get to. I'm letting it like the bricks though. Gotta let it like the bricks. So like, in addition to that, right? Our mind being complex, we learn in different ways too. So like, that's why I had brought up the pattern ability, the gift to see patterns. Thank you, Lord. Right. Like, somebody else might be good at sequence. You know what I'm trying to say? And so, not trying to keep relying on social studies, but that happened in math and social studies. But say this person just real good at social studies, they good at real like sequence or predicting things. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And so they mind pick up information in a different way, like kind of like how our hair, you know, is different types of porosity. So it soaks up moisture in different ways. Like, our mind is the same way. We still can be categorized. Because they be like, what type of learner are you? Are you a kinesthetic learner? Are you a visual? I think, I got a whole bunch of types. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, because you can be good at more than one thing. You can have more than one ability. So you can pick up information in more than one way. But still, though, it's still complex. It's still different. You know what I'm trying to say? And overall, it's a difference, like, amongst people. And so, even within that, like, feel me, still learn, even within that, like, when you have a conversation with somebody and you see the information that they hold, it's so tricky with the mind and with people and perception and stuff. So that's including yourself. Because it's like, the mind isn't necessarily a direct or a literal, I should say, depiction of your reality. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you ever heard, okay, the phrase, God gave me the phrase, they could say everything, but they can't take your education, they can't take your knowledge. That's the one place that nobody other than God can look. You feel me? So that's why it's so tricky for me with social studies. Because I'm used to identifying patterns, and I might train my mind to just see the good stuff and not the bad stuff, because I'm looking for a system that's a person, though. And the one place you can't look is in the mind. Gonna say, I'm used to looking at the whole equation. I'm never gonna know the whole equation dealing with a person. Even me being the open book that I used to be and still trying to be today, which is a little less, but you know what I'm trying to say, even with me trying to be honest, it's still certain things that it's just like, I won't share, whether, and it might not even be like, oh, I'm not gonna tell them. And I'm gonna like that, because like, people only use it against you, you know what I'm saying? And that came from thinking like, they are what they showing me. But it was deeper, because it's in somewhere I can't see. Only God can see that. The head and the heart, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, when people be saying, like, you know, I can't deal with them because of the way they think, yeah, that could be true sometimes. But sometimes people could just be throwing you off. And you're just not supposed to be listening to people. And even, I feel like I'm saying the same thing, but it's like, my point is different connotations. Like, a person could be saying one thing to you, and at the same time doing something completely different in their life, good or bad, like on either end. You know what I'm trying to say? They could be talking bad stuff to you whole time. They not living like that. And so it's just like, it's like, and not necessarily blatantly bad, but like recommending you doing things that they would never do. But you wouldn't know that because they mind. Everybody got a big head in this scenario. You can't see around it. You know what I'm saying? You don't see their true intentions, especially if that's what they project. And I think that's something that I gotta work on. But I wanted to say this because, like, don't judge. You can't never judge a person. Even if they being, like, you feel like they being so ignorant. Sometimes it can be you. Like, you could be on one, but I was withdrawing. And it was this couple on the bus. And they was, like, I was on the Greyhound. And they was, like, on the FaceTime call. And it was, like, loud. Everybody could hear them. And I was getting mad because my earphones was all the way and I could still hear you, like, you know what I'm trying, like, I don't know, but I felt like I was tripping because nobody else was tripping, and not that, you know, everybody else couldn't have been, you know, it was just like, dumb. I'm not trying to hear that, like, but at the same time, I gotta understand, I'm on the Greyhound, like, you can't control what they doing. What if it was about business? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not trying to, you know, disrupt that and get mad at that, you know? So, like, it was me too. But, I don't know. Like, just how a certain situation to play out. How it does play out. And what you need to pay attention to. I feel like this one, you kinda gotta connect the dots. But it was a good one still. And I thank God that he blessed me with the courage to make a video about it. Alright. Have a good day.